Good deal.
Okay, so we're about to get started in 10 seconds.
Awesome.
You get your wine out? Because I got mine. No. Alright. Alright, you guys ready over there? Live interviewers? Okay. So, Periscope, they have these hearts. Like, it's usually like, yes, they're ready. Kind of like, they'll hit the heart. Or, you know, it's interesting. It's like a whole different like spectrum of people. How's it going?
Nice.
Okay, so, alright, so we're going to get started. What's up, guys? This is the AmzSecrets show and your host, David Aladdin. This is a podcast and Periscope for advanced sellers looking to 2x, 3x, and 10x their business. We're not just in this game to take part. We're in this game to take over. I believe in consistently pushing ourselves to the next level and strategies that break people through. The wealthiest entrepreneurs are consistently hungry for new strategies and secrets in this business. Take Richard Branson, who's 65, or Warren Buffett, who's in his 80s. They're hungry for knowledge and secrets. Today's sponsor is AmzSecrets VIP, a platform designed specifically for advanced Amazon sellers looking to 2x and 20x their Amazon businesses. It brings secrets, strategies, and insights all in one place, the way you sell on Amazon. Today, we've got a special guest on the show. His name is Eddie Levine. Is that Levine or Levine?
Levine.
Levine. Okay, see? I always got to ask. And this is like a coffee kind of wine interview. I actually brought the wine today just because he wanted to do a late interview, which is totally cool with me, but I usually don't drink coffee at night. He's an extraordinary entrepreneur with over $5 million in revenue sales yearly. He gets calls all the time, too.
All the time. That doesn't stop.
Welcome to the show, Eddie. How you doing?
Very good. How are you?
Good, good. Pumped for this interview. It's great to have you on the show. We actually orchestrated this interview about probably like 20 days ago, and we finally got him on the line. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So,
Appreciate it.
Can you tell us like how old you are, just to start off, and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Me? That's a hard question already. Why don't you take a guess?
Oh, by the way, sorry to interrupt. If I ask you like any like not intense, but like secret questions related to your specific business, just let me know. I'm not trying to push for those kind of secrets. But I think okay.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead. Oops, do we lose connection? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah,
okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, or as well as your age and whatnot.
Yeah. So, like David said, my name is Eddie Levine. I am 27.
Okay.
I started this business back in 2012. A little bit about my background. I've worked for several large corporations in both the technology and hospitality field. And in 2012, decided that I wanted to venture out on my own. Having a multiple years of experience both on the, like I said, the logistics side and the sales side and the relationship building side, I wanted to branch out on my own and start this own thing. So did that in 2012, and by 2013, I had taken it full time. We started out this business as solely in a little, actually 10 by 10 storage unit space. And in a period of about 4 years now, just under 4 years, we've ramped up into a multi-channel seller, operating at a bunch of different platforms and selling a bunch of different outlets in terms of consumer and business together. And we are currently occupying a space that's about 8,000 square feet.
That's awesome.
And we are combined a multi-million-dollar seller at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna slow it down because that's like a crazy amount of information all at once.
Yeah.
All right, so you're a tech entrepreneur before you got into Amazon private label and selling on Amazon, as well as you're probably into wholesale as well, right?
Yes, so we primarily do wholesale. Private label is something that we're looking into later on down the road, but wholesale is our bread and butter. When we first started, we did the arbitrage thing, and I transitioned the business to strictly wholesale over the last number of years. So that's what we've been focusing on.
Awesome. Okay, so before we get into like Amazon, I always like to see like how entrepreneurs tick, and like I quit my job. I'm 28 now, so I'm about a year older than you. You actually, I didn't even know you were younger than me. So quitting your job is not easy for all those people. Like, was it easy for you, or was it a tough decision, or was it like no brainer?
For me, I mean, it's always difficult. I don't think it matters what your age is, because there's risks that go along with that, right? I mean, the biggest misconception with quitting a full-time gig, especially if you have benefits tied to it, is that, and it's the security. Especially if you have people who are relying on you and everything that's tied to it. So for me, really was a question of timing. It was a question of what I wanted to do.
What kind of technology were you in before that?
I took the risk. I mean, it's something that you have to do in this business.
What tech sector were you in before you got into Amazon?
I was in IT sales.
What was it? Sorry, I didn't get that.
I was in IT sales.
Oh, cool. So you kind of like got the art of the IT sale down.
Yeah.
And is your Amazon business related at all to your what you did in the past? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, that's kind of like I totally switched gears. I was an engineer before this for just 2 years, and I switched tracks into Amazon as well as my own software business and other businesses as well. But
Nice.
So 27, you switched 4 years ago, so you're 23 years old. Is that correct? When you switched?
I mean,
So, yeah.
I lose track of time, yeah.
And so, trying to think, so at this IT job, you were just probably there for maybe like 2 years at most?
No, I was there for 4 years.
Cool.
I was in hospitality before that, for a number of years before that. And actually, my experience on the e-commerce side, it goes back even further. I mean, I was an eBay seller back when I was really young, too young to use the platform. But that's beside the point. I have experience when it comes to doing the online sales, transacting, and trading for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would say I've always had natural curiosity. So when this whole thing with Amazon came to play, and Amazon became essentially the biggest platform to operate on, it really re-sparked my interest in the whole thing.
Did you first start on retail arb, or did you go into wholesale?
No, I started on retail arbitrage, which is a funny story. We built the business into a large business strictly on retail arbitrage. I never did OA, but we did retail arbitrage, and I just had switched when I decided that I really wanted to focus on what I felt that could really grow the business into 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times what I was doing already.
And I noticed you've been saying like is it you? How many business partners are you currently working with?
Yeah, so I have one business partner, but we have still 0 employees.
It's the way to go.
I'm personally, I'm personally very proud of that. Honestly, I feel that a lot of people can measure your success by the number of people you have working for you. I tend to look at the opposite. I measure it by how many people are not. So we've grown this business into where it's really almost automated, and there's a lot of work that goes into it, but a lot of the stuff is just automatic, and it's on autopilot, which is what we wanted.
Yeah, I noticed you had like a huge warehouse in the background. I'm assuming that's like the 8,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of switch gears and go into when it was the right time for you to switch into the warehouse type of situation.
Well, to give you the backstory, so as I said when we first started, we started in a storage unit. It was 10 by 10, and we moved up to a variety of units in that location while we were getting our business off the ground. Mm-hmm. But our office now is not actually our first office. We had one before that, which was about 2,700 square feet. And really, to answer your question, no matter if you're getting your first office or you're expanding into a larger one, I don't think there's really necessarily a right time to do it. It's more so a question that comes into play more when your efficiency goes down. When you decide that the space you're currently in is costing you more time and money than it's making you, that's really the problem. So for us, when we quickly ran out of space, when it wasn't enough to to get the shipments out, to sort things, to warehouse things, and do whatever we needed. It was costing us more money and time than it was producing, and that's when it's the problem, I think.
Awesome. You kind of landed on an Amazon secret.
No.
Because most of us, we either use our garage as like a warehouse, or we use like an extra bedroom in our house.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was at times it's there's some fear into getting such a big location because it's a long-term commitment when you do something like that, and it can get pretty expensive pretty quick. But like I said, if the cost savings is so much that it's going to be a positive impact on your business, it's really not an issue.
Yeah, in terms of like Amazon and like the amount of money coming in, the cost difference. I mean, the cost to buy a warehouse is minimal, right? How much are you currently paying for the warehouse?
So our warehouse that we've had up till now, including this one right here, is leased. It's just we've taken it one step at a time, but the space we have now costs us just south of $4,100 a month.
Oh, wow, that's actually a lot more than it's 8,000 square feet.
It really depends on the area that you're in. The 4,100, it doesn't include any utilities or anything else on top of that, so it's a little bit higher than that. But I in my mind, this is probably the last location that we will lease when this lease comes up in the coming years. I will probably look into a building to purchase, not only for a cost savings, but for also to use it as an investment, and also to potentially lease out the space that we're not using, and then be able to have some work room later on. So
you just landed on another Amazon secret. So basically, if you have a warehouse, for anybody that does have one, start leasing it out if you have extra space in the warehouse. Is there anything other than that you can also bring in more money toward your Amazon business, whatnot, with a warehouse?
Using the warehouse?
Yeah, saying our live cam just dropped. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, this thing needs to... Yeah, in terms of maximizing the cost of the warehouse and renting it out to other sellers. Like one of my buddies has he actually leases a small part of a warehouse, and he gets like a way cheaper discount. But you're actually the person subleasing the warehouse that you're using. So.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, people sublease all the time spaces they don't need. I mean, I can't do that right now because the space that we have is everything that we use.
Yeah.
But I think the points are, like I said before, if you have extra space, to be able to get some kind of revenue for it is crucial. But not only that, when you have a space, just making sure that before you actually execute on that location and you actually sign the pen to the paper, that you are sure that space is going to be efficient for you. I mean, I knew before I even had anything built in the space, I knew just by walking in, it was a rectangular space. It was huge high ceilings, that it was going to work well for our operation.
So it's, when choosing a warehouse, that's kind of like another Amazon secret, depending on where you're at in your business. But when choosing a warehouse, make sure you get the right height as well, because you can stack pretty high.
Oh yeah, I mean, the things that I had looked for when I was actually out in the hunt are things that I never thought of when I first made a list of questions. I mean,
do you guys have
having good neighbors, having the height, having a good amount of turnaround area in the parking lot for trucks. I mean, things you don't think of.
I'm curious, because it seems like you have like a whole different type of business strategy. Like you have all your inventory coming to your warehouse. Is it these types of trucks that are coming in? Is it like, from other e-commerce sites that you're buying from, or is it from actual like liquidators? How's that whole thing work?
Yeah, so our model is to buy. Our model is buying very deep, but very narrow. So in our entire warehouse, even though we have hundreds of thousands of items, physical products, I've probably got 50 SKUs. I don't have many SKUs. That's just not our model. So our average buy could be 500 pieces. It could be 2,000, 5,000 pieces. It could be anywhere, depending on the product, what it is. But we're buying, I'll buy a pallet at a time if there's a good deal for it. But I mean, for us to buy half a truck, 2 trucks, 3 trucks at a time is not uncommon. That's just kind of how we built this business and how we've been able to leverage such aggressive deals with our vendors. And we do a mixture of both the closeout type buys as well as